working, man.
I know what my audience like. I did some independent films with Master P. A lot of those movies did really well.
I'm ambitious, I'm a hustler. I have my own lane.
That's the thing about comedy. You wake up every day, you don't know if you're funny that day.
Hey, welcome to the program, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the program. Welcome back. Welcome back, man. Welcome to Let's Go Live. I'm Lamont King. Well, Let's Go Live with Lamont King. I'm Lamont King, and we're now live. Let's go. Let's go. Broadcasting live from the newly remodeled, the continuously under construction Drunken Fruit Studios inside the Tiny Closet Command Center.
I don't care if it is a closet. You still looking mad efficient.
Appreciate you, Lord Jamal. Good to see y'all, man. Hey, you know what I mean? Let's go. Something like a podcast, man, but different. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Lord willing. 6 p.m. to 7 East Coast time. Shout out to everybody watching right now on the West Coast. I see you. First timers, welcome in. Have a seat. Keep your hands and feet to yourself. Cool it down. Return Peanut Gallery. Good to see y'all. No individual shout outs. Everybody take time. Thank you, Nola. Everybody take time to hit the thumbs up. Let's get some movement. Let's get some traction on these algorithms. These falgorithms. Y'all keep asking, are we live? You know, you can tell the difference. Don't play those games. Play with somebody else. Play with your toys. Don't play with me. Yeah, man. We are live. Let me put this on the screen real quick. Y'all play too much. Follow me on all social media, Mr. Lamont King. Here's the info right there. But yeah, hit the thumbs, share the button, and do all that. Let's get these numbers up. Really good show, man. And people could watch on the day. I'm not even, not that they need to. I'm just saying they could watch. They could watch. And it could be because of you. 100% viewer supported by viewers like you. Let's Go Live Show is the Cash App. That also gets you on the money wheel. Update to the money wheel. Got a handful of more people on the money wheel. It's up. It's over upwards of north of $200. I think it's somewhere between $200 and $250 for our 50-50 raffle on Friday. So there's that. Busy week. We had some technical issues and some self-care issues on Monday, but we back at it. And I'm also this Friday, for the second time, Karen Hunter's on vacation on her show, on the Karen Hunter Show, on Sirius XM Urban View 126. This Friday from 3 to 6, I'm filling in for her. Got a couple people lined up that you probably will enjoy. John Sally's coming through, and Roy Wood Jr. They're scheduled to appear. And Uncle Brother, J. Anthony Brown. So Uncle Brother should be stopping through the show, and we should have a good time. And then on the Let's Go Live, All Fun and Games with John Watson on Friday, I got a comedian out of LA who's from DC, who's doing a lot of things behind the scenes, a lot of things that you've probably watched comes from his pen. A little brother by the name of Rel Battle. Not Lil Rel, but Rel Battle. So there's that. It should be fun. I want to say what's up to our executive producer down the hall in Studio G, Mr. Clarkson, and our New York bureau chief, John Watson. All right. Let's get to it. A couple stories, man. I don't want to take too much of your time, but it's some funny stuff going on in the world. Okay. All right, we'll get to that, Deborah. They threw the MOT on me at the end of my shift. What is that? I don't know what the mod is. Anyway, a couple stories real quick. Then we get to the question of the day. There's some interesting worldwide stuff happening that you may have missed. Some funny, some not so funny. Right about now, it's not a good time to be out of the country dealing drugs. Like, the world has just opened up. The pandemic is still. Let me say this. Let me walk that back. Let me be careful. Pandemic is still going on, ladies and gentlemen. There's somebody watching right now who thought or is acting like it ended last Thursday. It did not. The pandemic is still. We are still in a Panamanian. We are still in a Pacifica. Like, we're still in it. Prohibition is real. There's some people who really thought that it ended last week and they just back to normal. We ain't talking about Texas, Atlanta, and Florida. See how they did that? Atlanta's a state. We ain't talking about Texas, Atlanta, and Florida. We talking about these people traveling, these people booking these vacations. It is not a good time to go to another country and buy drugs. I got two stories for you. Let's take a look at this first one. Unfortunate, and some breaking news coming too. I just seen that too. Some breaking news coming. But look at this one right here. I'm not sure if you're familiar with this one out of Italy. Courtesy of CNN, hopefully. These two young privileged individuals thought they was going to go to Italy, buy cocaine. Oh, unresponsive. Oh, CNN. Gee whiz, CNN. I just spent all this time prepping this, and this is what you do to me live? All right, let's close this window. Stand by. It's a live show. Don't trip. CNN got one of them, when they ask you the permission, would you care that we run scripts? You know what I'm saying? Damn it, CNN. I had it all lined up too. I did a rehearsal and everything. All right, CNN. Italian dudes. Americans charged. Anyway, there's a story where these two Americans, right? Young, 20 and 21. While we get there, I can do two things at once. They went on vacation, right? So they went to buy some cocaine. And the cocaine deal went south because they watched too many movies. Thought that they in another country. They could rob the cocaine man, the middleman, the drop guy. And so he left his phone in the bag. They take the bag, take off running. They got video of all of this. And they call and say, "Look, you want your bag back? Come back with the real stuff and the money and blah blah blah." So the middleman was like, "I don't know nothing about this. I'm going to the police." And he goes to the police, but the police come through on some, I guess, undercover operation. And they stroll up on the two dudes, and they get to wrestling and wrecking in the middle of the street. And the two Americans stabbed the undercover to death.
Everything has changed. She's not.
We got it back, but we're not doing no advertising. So he stabbed him to death. So now the constable or whoever, the prosecutor, whatever they call in the Italy's, he asking for life sentences. Dude's 20 and 21. And then, of course, you know what happened. They done already turned on each other. And the one boy said, "Oh, I didn't even know he had a knife." So main man came from like California with an 8-inch knife. They say he was stabbing dudes so hard that it went through his body, went through his spine. like crushing them. All right, let's get this story. All right, we up. Hold on, stand by. Let me move the little cursor back. All right, let me share the screen. Get these pop-ups off. Because I want y'all to see this. It's not a good time to deal drugs or go buy drugs in another country. All right, here we go. Let's watch it.
American teenagers Finnegan Elder and Natal Yoroth running through the streets of Rome in the early hours of Friday morning, carrying a rucksack they'd allegedly just stolen after a botched drug deal.
We examined the surveillance footage of both Trastevere and the road the fugitives took to the Hotel Méridien, and by comparing them, we managed to identify these two Americans.
What happened next has shocked the country. According to Italian authorities, a police officer, Mario Cercello Rega, tried to stop the pair, but was stabbed to death.
They were after money and drugs. We have clear evidence indicating that.
Police say the two Americans had arranged to meet the owner of the bag to return it in exchange for money and drugs. They weren't expecting police to turn up instead.
And as soon as they identified themselves as carabinieri, they were unexpectedly and immediately assaulted.
Police say Cercello was stabbed 11 times. According to court documents, Elder was carrying a 7-inch knife and also confessed to the stabbing. Police say he'd brought the knife with him from the United States.
Why?
Some of the stab wounds went straight through the body, the length of the blade, through the stomach, the spine, and the intestines, so it was impossible to react.
The two teenagers dispute the police account, saying the plain-clothed officers did not identify themselves as Italian police. But the pair have now seemingly turned on each other. Natal claims he was not aware that Elder was carrying a knife. His lawyer issued a statement saying,
Mr. Natal has clarified his position, which is completely extraneous to the unpredictable conduct of others, which led to the death of a servant of the state.
Under Italian law, the two suspects can be held in custody for up to 6 months, if not longer, before any charges are filed for a crime that has outraged the country.
Oh, man. Hey, listen, let me tell you something. I watch enough movies. You know what I'm saying? Wait a minute, we close this out. I watch enough movies. They're not having a good time over there in jail. They're just not. You can be held up to 6 months you're a foreigner in a foreign jail. And the prosecutor just asked the judge to give both of y'all life. Oh, that's gotta suck. Oh, man. Brought a knife to Italy? For what? For where? Y'all still doing that? You going over to Italy, this party, we're going to hit this EDM fist pump rager, but we need some Coke. We need some Coke, bro. We'll get some Coke, some Italian Coke. What do they call cocaine in Italian? I don't know. Cochi? Here's some Cochi. I don't know. Unbelievable. But look, so that ain't it though. That ain't it though. If you think that is exclusive to white folks, it is not. You gotta hear this story right here. Unfortunate. Like, I'm not making fun of this, but man, some people are just not smart. And you would think people of a certain age, you have access to all the information, even if, like, I deal with young people all the time who just hate old people. I've been young before. We didn't necessarily like hate old people. We just, just get off my back, let me live, that kind of thing. We didn't like detest. There's some people who hate old people now to a point where, like, you don't want to even do research. You don't want to do your research. You don't want to watch the old movies. You want to watch the old movies because it's not new. Because they tell you, like, how to conduct yourself. You don't want to listen to old music, old rappers. Why? Because they old. They tell you how to deal with certain shit, like how to act around people and in certain situations and certain scenarios. So let me do this one, because you can tell this individual was of a certain age and made some decisions that cost him his life. Now, this story is super unfortunate. They don't have a video, so we're gonna just read this one because it's, oh my geez. This story, when I read this, I was like, oh gosh, I hate to indict a whole age group, but come on, you gotta think better than this. All right, follow me along this one. A 24-year-old tourist from Delaware was killed in Puerto Rico over the weekend after. This is a new story. This is not old. This is new. It's killed over the weekend after allegedly buying drugs in a coastal shanty town. All right, there's a couple things wrong in that sentence already. You buying dope off the grid. Now, I don't know the process of buying dope. I don't know the process of buying dope in a foreign, well, in another place outside of these landlocked United States. I'll say that before you nerds start to attack me. Puerto Rico is a state. And I don't know about buying dope in another place on vacation off the grid. Like, I've seen it. You go to the resorts or whatever. You holler at main man on the resort, local. You keep it local. I can get you, go to Jamaica, I can get you the weed. You know what I'm saying? The ganja. You're not going and venturing off in the, in the hills. You're just not going to do it. So anyway, Tariq Lote and a friend, James Jackson, were attacked in La Perla on Saturday following the alleged drug deal when they tried to take photographs, despite being told not to. According to Police Commissioner Antonio Lopez Figueroa, the duo, that's where it gets serious. The duo were beaten with an exercise weight. That's terrible. A piece of wood, unfortunate. And a deep fryer. What? Jackson managed to flee and was later hospitalized, authorities said, but Lote's badly burned body was found by authorities on Sunday in the town of Vega Baja. No arrests have been made, and police have not identified the suspect. The last tourist death in Puerto Rico occurred in February 2020 when a 39-year-old man from Denver was thrown from an SUV and run over in San Juan. No judgment. Sorry to his family. But man, I'm reading the reports from I might have known about the February 2020 incident before I went down there, going into the hills to try to buy some stash, some stuff. I don't know, man. It's just certain things. And then they tell you, my friend, I don't even know Puerto Rican accent. My friend, no pictures. But y'all gotta be all, you can't like there's a certain age group that cannot not take a picture. And they just told you, no, we out here, we in the, and I seen something on Netflix very recently too, which made this story jump out at me. About the drug problem in Puerto Rico. Oh, what was it? Oh man, it was one of them little shows where they do the drugs, and there's Jamaica and Haiti and Puerto Rico was in there, and they was like, Puerto Rico is no slouch. Like, they have a real serious drug problem. And so because there's a serious drug problem, the money that's flying around is like insane. So there's a game there. There's a culture there. You gotta know that. It's about my man, don't take pictures. Don't take pictures. And y'all talking about, yeah, we out here, boy. You know what I'm saying? Hit your ass upside the head with a deep fryer. Oh, jeez. They did it. Hey, Nola says they did it for the gram and they died for the gram. Oh, man. He said it. I didn't. All right. Mr. Clarkson said, who gets their ass beat with a machine that cooks drumettes? Oh, jeez. They're coming in hot, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, jeez. That was a double. All right. There's that. Captain Boink said, you get the deep fryer for being disrespectful. Absolutely. Oh, man. Drugs or weed? Kennard, here we go. Okay. Apparently, they're one and the same thing. In this story, in this headline, the differentiation is not being made. So we're going to assume that drugs and weed are the same thing. Something illegal, something in the woods. And something you wasn't supposed to take a picture of. So there's that. All right, let's go. Let's keep it moving. Breaking news. Let's go to breaking news. I don't really have a sound effect for that. I need some sound for breaking news. I ain't got it. Let's see. Ding, 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 ding. No, I ain't got it. We'll just do it like that. All right. So, in case you were not paying attention, this just happened. I don't know, man. Something strange is happening in America. Your president's supposed to be talking this evening as well, addressing some of these things. But the U.S. Is to indict the U.S. Department of Justice under new President Joe Biden is set to indict the 3 murderers of Ahmaud Arbery on hate crime charges. That's major. Why is it major? Because we don't get those. We do not get those. And for the Fed to say the indictment is coming down, we know that we've all heard the statistic, 98% Fed cases are wins. By the time they come for you, the case is rock solid. There's no chance of beating it. So for them to bring down a hate crime charge, probably because of the text messages from the guy that was filming it, they was talking shit back and forth later, before and after. They were able to piece it together and get that evidence and brand it as a hate crime. Man, that's something. That's a start. All right, let's take a look. According to AP today, the Justice Department announced federal hate crime charges Wednesday in the death of a Georgia man who was killed while out on a run last year. Criminal case charging the 3 men in connection with the death of Ahmaud Arbery is the most significant civil rights prosecution undertaken to date by the Biden administration Justice Department. I feel like I just said that without even writing this article for them. It comes as federal officials have moved quickly to open sweeping investigations into troubled police departments as civil rights takes center stage among the department's priorities. Wow. All 3 of the men are charged with 1 count of interference with civil rights and attempted kidnapping. They're also charged with using, carrying, and brandishing a firearm during a crime of violence. Well, wait a minute. What about the murder? Can I get charged with the murder? Just one of them wait and sees? Okay, I spoke too soon. I was hyped. What about the murder, though? Killed that man. That's interesting. I guess it is a wait and see. Esdecia says, I'll celebrate when there's a convention. Absolutely. It is Fed time, though. That's Fed time. But that's interesting. Also, yes, I saw that. I was gonna wait till more details came about Rudy Giuliani. I didn't want to give that no air until more came. I didn't even put the number up. Well, I'd love to hear y'all opinion on some of these things that we've already talked about up until this point. 765-538-7461. It's a live show. Don't trip. Call in. Shoot the gift with your boy. Yeah, so Rudy Giuliani's, the feds, again, another example. By the time they come get you, they've got everything. So here's the standout. Rudy Giuliani's apartment got raided this morning by the feds. So that's the headline. I don't have no further details. I'm waiting. I don't do stories early. But one thing that stood out to me, if you do your Googles and find the story, was he was like, "This is unusual." that was his response. This is not normal. No, it's not. All right, so I'm innocent, right? Let's do this. I'm innocent. Feds kicking the door, and the news people come put the mic in my face. I'm like, I have no clue what the fuck is going on, and I'll be vindicated. They'll see. I don't know what they're looking for. Man said, this is unusual. He said I ain't do nothing wrong. He said I didn't know what they're looking for. He was just like, this was unexpected. Oh, jeez. They took his some electronic equipment apparently, and it's supposed to be related to the probe of Ukraine. I don't know. I think that's surface. They looking for them pictures. They looking for them videotapes. The little boys and the little girls. That's what they looking for. They looking for the Epstein vids. That's what they looking for. Okay. All right. Let's keep it moving. I just thought that was funny. It's a cute little story. Where we at? Oh, one more. Yeah, one more. This is interesting. If you caught last Friday on Karen Hunter show, one of the main stories we talked about was Senator, whoever his name, Kennedy, Tom, John, Ted, I don't know. I don't even believe he's like an actual Kennedy. I just think he got the same last name and got into politics. Not a distant relative. Or he could be. But he had a little spat with Stacey Abrams live on a open hearing where she was speaking on the lesser points of Georgia's voting rights bill, and he was trying to play dumb. I don't know if you saw that video. He was like, "Well, tell me what else does the bill have that you have a problem with?" And she ran down 10 things that would, back with data and proven to could have an effect on Black and brown voters. And he kept saying, what else? Like he didn't understand what he was saying. And so we talked about on the show the level of disrespect that Black women in these spaces have to deal with. In professional education, like Black. Now, when I'm saying have to deal with, I'm talking about from old white man who wishes things were another way, and then white women who are competing for their place. So I'm talking about that disrespect. From old white men who still would rather you be gal or sweetie. So recently, I say all that to say, recently there was another example caught on video. Let's watch this. This one right here. Oh man, this make you want to just jump through the screen. Hold on. Stand by. This one had a good outcome too. It finished favorably.
The City Council of Greensboro, North Carolina, unanimously removing a white male zoning official who refused to use the title doctor for a Black professor, despite her repeated requests. One council member calling the official's tone disrespectful and the product of white privilege. Early Star anchor Laura Jarrett is here with us. This is a very interesting case, just something, it's one local case, but it speaks volumes.
It speaks to a larger issue about respect. So it's near the end of a 4-hour zoning commission meeting when Dr. Carrie Rosario wanted to raise some concerns about a development plan close to her home. But instead of a discussion about the substance of that, a debate over Dr. Rosario's title took center stage as zoning commissioner Tony Collins refused to call her doctor. Watch this.
I think that we kind of lost our way on what we're talking about here. We're here to approve the standards that have been presented. And if Mrs. Rosario has something about one of those...
It's Dr. Rosario. Thank you,
if
sir.
Mrs. Rosario has something about...
Dr. Rosario.
Well, I'm sorry. Your name said on here, Carrie Rosario. Hey, Carrie.
Oh, jeez.
It's Dr. Rosario.
You got something
I would call you Tony, so please, sir, call me as I would like to be called. That's how I'm identified.
It doesn't really matter. We're here.
It matters to me. It matters to me. And out of respect, I would like you to call me by the name that I'm asking you to call me by. Thank you.
Dr. Rosario, who, by the way, is an associate professor of public health at UNC Greensboro, had to correct another commissioner before her dust-up with Tony Collins, but that other guy apologized on the spot. As for Collins, his exchange with Dr. Rosario took off on social media, and not in a good way for him. The Greensboro City Council also took note, voting unanimously last week to remove him from the commission. After he was ousted, Collins sent a letter to the City Council saying in part here, "There is no good excuse for my interaction with Dr. Rosario, so I will not try to offer one. Citizens deserve better."
Oh, man. All right, wait a minute. I want to, we got to watch that again. There's some pieces to that puzzle that I want to deal with. Hold on a second. Let's just get this out of here. Your country is calling you. Hold on a second. Let me run it back. Get out of the pop-ups. There's so much disdain in it. There's so much wrong with that, right? So a couple of things that I noticed. We're way too comfortable with these wait a minute, how you get back? I gotta get back. We're way too comfortable at home. I think a lot of people have fell short on professionalism because they forget that they're at home. Or maybe they don't forget. But he was way too comfortable. And I think that was his downfall. Secondly, the disrespect is so built in. The disdain is so built in that even when corrected, all right, so wait a minute, I got it back. Hold on, let me pause this. Bring that back in. Even when corrected, you still double down and continue with your fuckery. right? So she, first of all, he called her Mrs. I wonder, does he know her? Then she says, I prefer doctor. And he's, well, this is what your name says on the screen, so I'm gonna call you. It's Carrie. So then she said, but I would like for you to address me as such. Then he said, it doesn't matter. You went with a 3-piece. It does. He went the rock on her. It doesn't matter what you want to be called. You know what I mean? And then as they spar back and forth towards the end, he offers up. Let's go back.
It says on here, Carrie Rosario. Hey, Carrie.
It's Dr. Rosario.
You got something
I would call you Tony, so please, sir, call me as I would like to be called. That's how I'm identifying.
It doesn't really matter. We're here.
It matters to me.
Jeez.
It matters to me. And out of respect, I would like you to call me by the name that I'm asking you to call me by. Thank you.
I was thinking this today when I was thinking about this story. Like we have to reframe the way we look at certain things, right? But here's my theory. This is my theory. To be that much of a bigot or an asshole, it takes work. Like racism is exhausting, even for the person doing it. Like you're working hard to go out of your way to be a dick. That's not easy. I mean, on some levels, people like this, you gotta pat them on the head and pat them on the back and be like, man, you did that, Peloton. I mean, you're really going out of your way to not do something that takes a second and a half to just concede. It doesn't take away your titles. It doesn't bother you. It's not taking any pennies from your bank account. But you're going out of your way in front of people to hold that, to die on that hill. And then did not, wait a minute, did he apologize? Was that an apology at the end? He just stepped down and said, the people deserve better and I don't have no excuse for it. You was ready to go. You was fine not having that job. It's clear. It's evident. Evident. Yeah, notices he got fired at home. Oh my gosh. You were ready to go. You done served on that council for 20 years and you didn't really give two shits about the way it was going. And you just, I don't know. You were ready. You were ready for it to be over because it didn't take no work. But here's who I have a problem with. All right. I always got to find a problem with somebody. Here's who I have a problem with. Because we gotta be clear on this whole, black women need to be protected and all that. We gotta be clear on that. Let me see. Who do I have a problem with?
The city council.
Oh, where'd it go? Oh man, they had a zoom in. They had a close shot. Anyway, let me go to this shot right here so we can see. I got a problem with my man right here. There's both of these guys right here. At some point, by the third time that he disrespected her on a Zoom, you got to jump in. You got to jump in. I don't know the context of the meeting. I don't know their relationship with her. I don't know if they was guests on the call, but at some point, you got to jump in. You got, hey, Tony, doctor, knock that shit off. You know what I'm saying? So she wouldn't have had to, even though as pleasant as she was and smiling and cordial, she wouldn't have had to defend herself that hard. You know what I mean? Like in those scenarios, man, I think that some of us are in positions to do more. And I would have liked to have seen, hey, Tony, let's stick to it. Address it properly and let's keep it moving to this meeting because we got to vote and blah, 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 that, X, Y, Z. But these Zoom calls, and I've seen different dynamics on Zoom calls, man. We've all been on for the last 14 months. And people zone out for whatever reason and other people try to take over. Like in that instance, though, one of them could have said something. They could have said something. They're like, Tone, Mr. Chairman, knock it off, B. And I've been seeing lately, this is kind of so anyway, he got fired. So there's that. But this is kind of, it relates to another thing that I've been seeing lately. I feel like I see it way too often. I'm at the gas station, right? And I always see it's one of those, for me, it's one of those things that gets under my skin. I always see the woman and the man. There's no way for me to know the relationship, but for me, it don't matter. Young, old, woman pull into the pump and get out and pump the gas, and the Bama is just sitting in the passenger side twiddling his thumbs or scrolling or doing whatever he's doing, head down, unattentive. I don't know. That just bothers me. When I see a young black dude or even an older black dude in the car with a woman and he don't get out and pump her gas, I don't care who car it is, his, hers, or if it's an older lady. Like when it's a younger dude and an older lady, I'd be real close to say something. But there have been a couple times when it was the man and the woman were the same age. It could be brother and sister, but that don't matter to me. Nighttime, daytime. And the dude be there, I walk past, go into the store or whatever, and be sitting there with the window down. I give him one of these ice cube joints and just walk past and discuss. And just without, I'm just talking with my eyes. I'll walk past. You make eye contact with somebody and you just, and this is hard. It's not easy. Holding this, you got to hold that. You got to get a little mouth moving like you're about to say something, but you're not. You got to be like, you know what I'm saying? I do that because I'd be like, man, get your ass out the car. What? Come on, man. Like who TK Kirkland said, who raised you? Like, I don't know. That's like one of my pet peeves, and I've been seeing it often lately. I don't know if it's a thing, if it's, you know what I'm saying? I see it like super, super often. And I get it, ladies, you're independent and you probably talking shit in the car and you run everything and you independent, you don't really need him. But I think it's an etiquette and a courtesy thing, even beyond opening the door for somebody, because I don't really do that anymore either, because nobody says thank you. But pumping gas, I feel like that's, if you in that car, you have to do that. If you the passenger, you ain't got to pay. But I mean, gas stations are sketchy anyway, but that's like a courtesy. It's like a courtesy thing. Like bringing somebody a napkin with a glass when you set the drink down. It just comes with it. I don't know. Am I too old for this? Am I being too old school? All right, let me go into let me see what y'all talking about. Welcome to the program. Let's go live.
Yeah, what's going on, bro? Man, you on point, bro.
Oh, okay.
You on point today.
Okay.
Because man, what's going on, man? It's a lot of courage, man, in people, man. It's really it's really sad, bro. Because even if you look at like the George Floyd situation, all it took is one dude to tap and be like, all right, we got to do. We got it.
Yeah.
And like one of his one of the people that's working with him, to tap him like, yo, we got it, we good. That's all it took.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think that we're not going to get the change that's necessary until white folks, and it's happening because it's the younger white folks, but until white folks step up and be like, yo, that's foul, cuz nah, we're not doing it. You know what I'm saying? And call out racism. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's what has to happen.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. 1,000. And I say it all the time. Like it ain't our fight. We done shown you. We done fought. We telling you all day, every day what it is. Until white folks wake up in the morning and are just absolutely sick to their stomach and be like, this shit, I knock this shit off. I'm going to work. I'm frying everybody's face off. I'm nailing everybody to the wall. I'm holding everybody accountable. Until all of them do that, ain't shit gonna change.
Yeah, and the white women gotta not give white dudes no action. You know what I'm saying? If you like one of them Republican dudes, like you come off you all George not Bushy, but Trumpy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't get no action. You know what I'm saying? They gotta be like, no, yo, that's whack.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that would curb a lot of it too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, I appreciate your call, man.
We all know who the most protected. They're the most protected class of people in the United States.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Without question.
This country is built around protecting the white woman. Period.
Say that. All right, I appreciate your call.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go to Studio G. Mr. Clarkson, what's good with you? Welcome to Let's Go Live.
Hey, what's going on, bro?
Yo.
So here's my issue about what went down.
Which one? Which story?
I'm really disappointed. As far as with the black woman having to defend her title.
Oh, okay.
My issue, the white man gonna white men. That's just how the world works. White men are gonna white men. Like people gonna people, white men, old white men are gonna old white men, right? My issue in the story is that the fellas, like you said earlier, when I saw the story initially, that was my major issue. I wasn't even offended by what the white guy did because I expect him to do that. What I was disappointed in is that this was going down and the fellas did nothing about it.
Yeah.
Because that to me, you can't ever be in a professional circle with her again.
Nope.
And she's going to look at you as an equal or the same because y'all left her out there.
Yeah.
Like it'd been different if it goes 3-on-1. Like, hey, my man, she says she's doctor. That's her title. And I mean, I don't know if I'm a little sensitive towards it because that's where I'm walking towards, but I just feel like if that's what someone's going to call, if that's what you want to be called because that is your rightful title, then I think that you absolutely deserve it, though. I definitely believe you absolutely deserve it.
Yeah.
But I think it's a sliding down of men and morals over time anyway, though.
Yeah. But also, here's the thing. It wasn't an unreasonable request because, if you know anything about meetings, how you're recorded in the minutes is important.
Correct.
That's important.
Correct.
So him doing that is like super deliberate and super disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? And for the other two to not at least be like, hey, you know what I mean? At least referee the joint a little bit. Yeah, I ain't asking you to pick a side, but be like, can we move along? Say something, champ. Something. You know what I'm saying?
I'm asking him to pick a side.
Yeah. I mean, I get it.
Absolutely asking him to
I'm
pick
saying
a
at the bare minimum, ref, be a ref.
Right.
At the bare minimum. And don't ever ask her for nothing in the future. You can't ask her for nothing.
Oh God, no. That's dead. That's absolutely dead. I would say this though, it's a sliding down of morals and how men kind of step up for women or lack of stepping up for women. I know that my father is probably the extreme, but also a product of an error. Like I've never seen my mother touch a door handle around my father. I've never seen it happen. And I remember growing up, of course, wasn't paying attention. My dad, clearly, had some words for me. Like, hey, your mom don't touch doors, man. What's going on with you? And that's literally how you just kind of function. Now, mind you, the relationships that I've had with women and everything else is not to that extreme, but I'm also very big on how my son operates around women as well, too. Like, hey, man, your mom is out here pumping gas. That's not how that's going to go. Like, I don't care if I'm not around. If you sit in the car, you get out. Even if she says she has it, you still get out of the car and stay.
Yeah.
But I'll even say this, even as a man, like you grow, you and your boys go out, you know what I'm saying? Y'all high school, whatever, you still stand outside the car. Cause I'm just calling what it is. We used to call it riding bitch. Like that's literally what it was like. Hey man, we not on the fucking date. You get out, man. That's not what we doing here.
No, okay. I ain't never heard that. I ain't never heard that. If it's just dudes, I'll stay in the car. I mean, if it's just dudes, you know what I'm saying? I'll stay in the car.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's a how you grow up thing. But I grew up, man. If your boy driving and he got to stop to get gas, you just don't be sitting in the car. Cause like, hey man, what you doing? What you doing? You riding dick? Get out of the fucking car, man. You know what I'm saying? So this is really how we go down. But
that's interesting.
But overall, I just feel like it's a devalue of women as well, devalue of Black women, and how we place them, and even when they achieve, how we still find a way to knock them down a peg, to consistently try and remind them you're just a Black woman. And that's a bad look for us as a culture.
Yeah.
That's a real bad look for us as a culture, because like I said, the guy should have stepped up, and bravo her for not letting him play her short like that.
Yeah.
So bravo on that.
Now, and to that point, that's an interesting point because from just the way I am, right? Any black woman short of like Candace Owens or like a Candace Owens type, if you're in that scenario, whether we have disagreed before, whether I don't like any of your positions, nothing that you stand for, none of that. Even still, in that scenario, when you going up against Bill or Ted, I'm still, I gotta be like, hey Ted, knock it off. You know what I'm saying? You're doing too much. You know what I'm saying? And he's short of Candace Owens.
And that's,
I feel like as a black woman, she deserves that minimum, at minimum, ride for your culture. You know what I mean?
Right. I think that's very important to state. Now, if you're a black woman or a black man who is a homegrown terrorist and you're doing things to tear down black culture,
I'm not.
I will not defend you.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm not definitely no. Oh man, they talking to you crazy. Yeah, figure that out.
Hey, hey, handle your biz. You know what I'm saying? Fight back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean that's your boy. Yeah. You know, that's your boy. Let them swing for the fences. But other than that, I definitely agree with that. Yeah,
as Tariq Nasheed would say, bed winch, you're on your own. I mean, there's that. No bed winching. All right, I appreciate it.
All right, bro. Save time for rolling.
All right, save time for rolling. All right, last story, y'all. This is, man, I've been hearing this story all weekend. And it's perplexing me. And I need to hear from you guys because I don't know, man. I'm getting mixed messages from the CDC and some of you people out there, who, just a short while ago were vaccine shaming and anti-vax shaming and all this other stuff. I mean, it was you. You was just doing it. And now I wake up to this news. Let's go to the headline. Apparently, this is New York Times. Apparently, there are millions of you who are skipping their second doses of the COVID vaccine. What? They say nearly 8% of those who got initial Pfizer or Moderna shots missed their second doses. State officials want to prevent the numbers from rising. Millions of Americans, it goes on to say, millions of Americans not getting the second doses of their vaccine, and the ranks are growing. More than 5 million people have missed their second dose, according to most recent data from CDC. That is more than double the rate among people who got inoculated in the first several weeks of the nationwide vaccine campaign. Even as the country wrestles with the problems of millions of people who are wary about getting vaccinated at all, local health authorities are confronting an emerging challenge of ensuring that those who do get inoculated are doing so fully. All right, listen to this, though. The reasons why vary. In some interviews, some people said that they feared the side effects. All right, understandable, which can include flu-like symptoms. Others said that they felt that they were sufficiently protected with one shot. I'm going to try to keep reading. Those attitudes were expected, but another hurdle has been surprisingly prevalent. A number of vaccine providers have canceled second dose appointments because they ran out of supply or didn't have the right brand in stock. All right. It's like 5 problems right here. 5 unbelievable problems. So you have this issue now where people are waving off or not getting their second shot, both voluntarily and involuntarily. Like, what is going on? This campaign is not going the way that it was planned. All right, so let's address this first one because I got questions. And again, phone lines open. If you got your shots, you got your 2 shots, tell me why. If you didn't, I want to hear from people who did not get their second shot and why. I really need to hear that. 765, let's go 1. All right, so they say the reason, some say they feared the side effect. All right, we heard that. I'm with you. I feel that. All right. But if you fear the side effects, you already got the first one. Why would you not get the second one? Others said that they felt that they were sufficiently protected with the single shot. How? How do you think you're protected with a single shot when they told you need 2? I don't understand. So if you're fine with 1 Moderna or Pfizer, which is half of what you need, you might as well went and got the Johnson & Johnson joint and called it a day. And then on the provider side, on the producer side, a number of vaccine providers have canceled second dose appointments because they ran out of supply or didn't have the right brand and stuff. How you bring me in, I get it. You give me an appointment date to come back, and you don't have it no more. Wait a minute. What are y'all doing? Or you tell me that whatever shot I got for the first one, I gotta get for the second one. But then when I come back, you got a different brand in the freezer, fam. What is y'all doing? I'm like, I don't understand. Nah, man. And the propaganda out here is so heavy. Like, it's on every cartoons. It's like, y'all, you shouldn't be allowed to continue promoting it in this fashion. Every commercial, on apps, TV shows, embedded in the dialogue of shows and promos and my timeline on social media. If it ain't under control, y'all shouldn't be able to push it so hard if we having these issues. That's my opinion. All right, let's go. Let's go to our New York bureau chief, John Watson. Let's go live. What's good with you, fam?
What up, fam?
You.
This is so American. It's not even funny.
Ridiculously American.
America's gonna America.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because like, it's on one side, you got the ones that go, this is like, for the WebMD crowd, for the people who self-diagnose. All that kind of stuff. They go, one side, I'm good.
I'm good.
You know what I'm saying? If Johnson can pull it off, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and do my own math and so I figure if I get one Pfizer, 94% divided by 2, then I'm at around 40-some%, and I just go out 40-some%
half the time. I just go half the time.
Time in the crib.
Yeah.
Right? You know
oh, jeez.
There's that mentality, and then there's like on the other half of it. It's like, how you going, offer me the good product on week 1, and by week 4, you got the competition in the house. Now you sending me down the block.
Right.
That's because, and I think, and I don't know everything about everything, but I know a little bit about a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And some of how this goes is, when you're a provider, a distributor of the vaccine, they give you what they're going to give you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you can't necessarily request, let me get that Pfizer.
Okay.
You can't say that.
Mm-hmm.
They're just going to give you what you're going to get, right? So I think, but therein lies the problem is that if they're going to give you, if you're going to give me Moderna, fam, you got to give me that every time. You
gotta
can't say, we don't have Moderna.
What?
So that's on the distributors, the wholesale, distribution. That's on their side to go, wait, 4 weeks ago we gave, this Walgreens Moderna, we can't ship out Pfizer to them now because that's not going to make sense.
Even still, all right, this is a global situation, right? I feel like the amount of prep needs to match the execution. If you doing all this to get me in the door, you're doing this extreme level of marketing, this worldwide marketing. The place where I go needs to line up dosage to my 2 appointments. If you get me in the door to get one, there should be a stash or something in the supply chain saying that when I come back, mine will be there.
Right, your name has got to be on it.
It's got to be on, yeah. Right. Not like we ran out and we got a different.
You know what's
shipment.
funny? You know what I think now is that because it's so widely distributed, like, so in other words, I got my shot, what was that? I guess like February or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or February, March, whatever it was. But the rules were so much more strict as far as who could get what, and like, this is when you had to hustle.
Yeah,
I had to hustle my hustle to get the shot, right?
Right.
So now that it's like, the floodgates open, and so goes the regulations and the you know what I'm saying, on how stuff gets distributed, because now they just letting it fly. So shots are just going everywhere,
right?
To whoever can grab onto them without scrutiny and age restrictions and all the other restrictions. When the restrictions was on, you knew exactly who was getting what, and so had their name on that next one in the 4 weeks from now, and things were a little bit more under control and streamlined.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. America's going to America, bro.
Yeah.
Everything we have in excess, we fuck it up.
But it's
saying?
it's just weird. Nola says, I bet they had some bad batches due to loss of refrigeration. Yeah, they did. I mean, that's part of the story too.
Yeah, they probably had to toss a lot of them.
Yeah, but even that, like with,
and then part of it, I think the other part of it is like with Johnson and Johnson. That's what's going to be my point, bro. I got to remember to make this point. I think what really messed it up as far as the one shot, even though you're supposed to get two, you had one and done. Too much daggone social media and people talking about, yeah, well, I got that second Moderna, and that thing was hell the next day. And Jokers was like, nah, man, I'm not going back for that.
Yeah, but
too much talking over the board.
But you should have known that before. You should have known that when you dealt your hand, when you went and got the first one like that. They said that. People have been saying that since the beginning, and you just had to muscle through it because it's a booster, and it reacts differently and blah blah blah. You can't just be like, I heard people talking, I ain't gonna get that junk because I ain't trying to have the side effects and be like, I should be good.
But
but you're not good.
These are the same people, right? These are the same people that right after they get the shot believe that they're now. Well, let's say they get, they're those that get, double dose, they're quote unquote fully vaccinated. Now these are the same people in the same family of people that go, well, okay, well now I can't never get it. Now I'm not. Now it's going to bounce off of me when I you know what I'm saying. If I walk through a COVID cloud, it's bouncing off.
Yeah.
As opposed to having knowledge of no, you can still contract it. It just ain't going to kill you. You might not even know you have it, and you can still pass it on. It's just not going to hit you as hard as if you weren't vaccinated.
Well,
but people, some people that glosses over a lot of people. You know what I mean?
The unfortunate part about that is we're getting different information every day, because just yesterday, Fauci came out and was like, well, if you're vaccinated, then you don't really need your mask outside. So it's like every 2 days we get
the likelihood.
Yeah.
The likelihood, you got really, because I had to listen to it a couple times. You can go to a situation if you're outside and you're in a group of vaccinated people and masked up non-vaccinated people, and you should be good. You're right. It's a moving target.
Yeah, who's doing all that math? The regular person is not doing that math. They're just like, hey, the boy, little Italian dude said we ain't gotta wear our masks if you get both shots, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all they hear. That's all they hear.
And if I'm not vaccinated and I'm at a situation where I'm amongst a group of people who are vaccinated, I'm like, shit, I don't need no mask. Y'all good. I'm in y'all's bubble.
Yeah.
So I should be okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's all kinds of mentalities out there, man. All kinds of mentalities out there.
So Nola says
we'll know the truth 5 years from now.
We definitely will. Nola says I went back and the second shot had me zoning out for 3 days, but the side effects mean it's working. You're supposed to have side effects. All right, I don't know if I miss.
What side did you get, man?
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with.
They got you with that other thing.
I don't know if side effects means that it's working.
Look, for zoning out for 3 days, when you got that second shot, did they tie you off first, man? I don't think that was the right shot.
Yeah. I don't know, man. He got that East Baltimore. That's what he got. He got that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? He got that, hey.
Modern. We got this modern and this fizzy.
He got that Pfizer spelled with just an F.
Man, yeah, right. Right, and 2 Z's. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Damn, now I don't know if side effects means that it's working. Side effects means that like you had side effects, like of effects outside of the regular ones. I don't know if I subscribe to that, Nola.
You're not supposed to have side effects.
Yeah. Yeah. We need to jump on.
Like some people get COVID and don't know it. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how your system is.
Right.
You're not supposed to have side effects, man.
Right. Yeah, I seen, man, and really, it's tricky, man. I seen one of my chapter brothers. He's an actor in Hollywood or whatever. So he's always on Instagram, whatever. He posted this one video. He going on the treadmill. You know what I'm saying? 100 miles an hour, sweating. He was like, the tag, the little caption was, "Your boy tested positive, but it's not gonna hold me down. I'm gonna sweat it out." And I was like, damn.
Okay.
Like, but I mean, but it's so unfair because it affects everybody differently. It's so unfair. I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
he's
That's what I'm
literally
saying.
like just treating it like it's a nose sniffle. Like
was he posting like that like day 2 and 3, or that was like day 1?
I need to check back in, but it was in it. It was in it. You know what I'm saying? He was quarantining on the bike and just was like, toughing through it. And I was like, damn. And then you hear people that just up and leave. With
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man, that's
right. Take you all the way out.
Man, this is a hard one. But skipping the second though, if I'm committed, the thing that just hit me about this story was if I'm committed, if I walked into the first one, I don't know if I'm just not gonna go with the second one just because of it's already in me. It's like Gatorade. Is it in you? It's already in you. You might
that's
as well.
That right. That whole situation just make your ass itch. Because it's like, dude, why you go through the trouble of doing the first one? What's it going? The second one, you might as well. You already signed up, fam.
Yeah. You already
complete the cycle.
Yeah, you already the lab rat at this point. You might as well.
Right. You know what I mean? Right. You might as well, fam.
You're in the control group.
Don't go tip in. Go all the way, man. Don't just tip in. Don't finish the job.
Nola said, "I'll take a third shot to get to 99," and that's coming. This yearly shot is coming. They haven't told y'all yet, but the yearly shot is coming. There's going to be a booster, the booster. Then there's going to be the additional. You know what I'm saying? It's coming. I believe it.
Yeah. You know what? Another belief I have that's coming to 2025. 2025 is coming. You know what's going to get us?
What's that?
A regular ass cold.
Oh yeah, easily.
When's the last time you see somebody that had a regular ass cold? We've been masked up so long, a good year now. The cold done went away. A cold.
Yeah.
So regular old cold done went away. Your body's gonna have no type of immunity to it. They're gonna be like, the cold is back and it's knocking. It's sweeping through the area like nobody's business, and Joker's gonna die out getting a sniffle.
I believe it.
Because ain't nobody had a cold in a minute. I have had a cold in a year and a half.
Yeah. Oh, easily, without question.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, there it is. Oh, wait a minute. I needed the applause. There it is. John Watson, our New York bureau chief. See you on Friday, all fun and games.
Yeah, man. Sound like a packed show. Sound like a jam-packed Friday.
Yeah. It's going to be, I got to take my, what do you call that? St. John's wort or something. One of them energy.
Take your vitamins, drink your nutriment, and all that.
All of
that.
It's
gonna be,
all of that. Spirulina.
On Friday, son.
Spirulina smoothies and all of that. All right, Jack. I'll holla.
Word. Yes, sir.
All right, there it is, y'all. Another fantastic show. Thank you for hanging out with us live today. It's amazing. I know some of y'all were checking. Y'all ain't want, you ain't want to jump on and let us know why you ain't take the second shot. Call your friend. Call somebody and tell them leave a message. 765-LetsGo1, 765-538-7461. Leave a message at the phone line. Stay open after hours, and we'll play the recording back on the next show. But beyond that, man, be safe, man. Good to see y'all. Let me see if anybody's saying anything important. And oh yeah, like cutie pie, get some of that sea moss up in you. Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right. Well, beyond that, Roland Martin, I apologize again, man. We got away with the subject matter. The content was golden. Got to put you on standby to the next show, but I appreciate your patience. Everybody else, man, make sure you turn the notifications on so you'll know when the show is happening. Keep us tuned and turned. Y'all be safe. Don't do nothing crazy. And let me see if there's something else I wanted to say. Oh yeah.
I don't care if it is a closet. You still looking mad official.